Sisters and brothers, Nusiemi, I would like to share with you a very instructive message I've just received from Sister Walicia Turner. I will read her message and comment afterwards. She wrote the following. On June 15th, I was having one of my usual conversations in my head with the Lord, and I remember saying, Lord, I know I can't actually see you without dying first because of your awesome glory, but I wish I could just picture your face when I'm talking to you. Whom do you look like? Immediately the face of an African actor who I've seen a few times in Nollywood movies popped into my head. I didn't know his name, so I googled male Nollywood actors and found his face. Kenneth Okolie. I was like, whoa Lord, I knew you were handsome. Then on Friday, June 19th, I received your email, Pastor Melo, with updated chapters of your book and a link to your web page. I clicked on the web page, bantufamily.net, and started scrolling down the page until suddenly my eyes fell on a picture and a description of the most accurate image of Christ 2,000 years ago. My mouth just fell open as I stared at that picture of Christ Congo and realized how much his face looked like the face of the actor Kenneth Okolie that the Lord had given me when I asked whom he looked like. Whoa, just whoa. What do you all think?
Beloved sisters and brothers, away Nusiemi. Today is Sunday, June 28th, 2020, and I have a message for you. Indeed, Ingeda, our Lord the Most High is alive, since he has given a message to our sister Walicia 3 or 4 days ago. She was praying and she asked the Most High to show her how the Messiah of Isolele looked like 2,000 years ago, and the image that popped up in her mind was the image of a brother from Nigeria who's an actor and whose name is Kenneth Okolie. Now, you know Kenneth Okolie in 2010 was elected Mr. Nigeria. This means that he was elected the most handsome man among millions and millions of male Nigerians. And this simply means that 2,000 years ago, the Messiah of Isolele was the most handsome man in the world. I can myself testify of the fact because I saw in a vision, the Most High gave me the vision of his son 2,000 years ago. It was on August 23, 1983. And indeed, Christ was the most handsome man in the world. And now the problem is that the only physical description we find in the Bible, the only physical description we find in the Bible of the Messiah of Isolele is in Isaiah chapter 53 that I will read starting from verse 1 to verse 3. The people reply, who would have believed we now report? Who could have seen the Lord's hand in this? It was the will of the Lord that his servant should grow like a plant taking root in dry ground. He had no dignity or beauty. I insist, he had no dignity or beauty to make us take notice of him. There was nothing attractive about him, nothing that would draw us to him, nothing attractive. Can you imagine such a description for someone who was the most handsome man in the world? It is not possible. Not possible. Now, there's an explanation. But before we go to the explanation, which is to be found in Revelation chapter 12, we shall read what is written about the sacrifices the Lord, the Most High, or the rules that the Most High had given to Moses about the condition to be fulfilled so that a sacrifice be accepted. So it is Leviticus chapter 22, starting from, we shall read verse 19. And the title is very clear, the holiness of the offerings. So, starting from verse 19 or 17, the Lord commanded Moses to give Aaron and his sons and all the people of Israel the following regulations. When any Israelite or any foreigner living in Israel presents a burnt offering, whether in fulfillment of a vow or as a free will offering, the animal must not have any defects. To be accepted, it must be a male without any defects. If you offer any animal that has any defect, the Lord will not accept it. Now, you know that when John Baptist's disciples saw Jesus Christ, what did they say? It's in John chapter 1, verse 29, the Lamb of God. The next day, John saw Jesus coming to him and said, it's John, not the disciples. John said, there is the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world. So if the Messiah, Christ, was the sacrificial lamb, he, out of necessity, had to obey the Leviticus rule, to have no defects. To have no defects. So now the revelation, or the explanation is Revelation chapter 12, because it is written, or it was written, that the Messiah had to come back at the end of times. In order not to be recognized, his physical description matched what was revealed to Isaiah almost 3,000 years ago, you see. And at the end of time, the Messiah came. He appeared as a Muntu, as a Bantu, in Angola, and took the name of Simon Toko. So the description of Isaiah, which is in contradiction with the vision received by Sister Valencia, it's only because the Messiah had to come back. And the rest of Isaiah 53 is the description of what the Messiah suffered 2,000 years ago. It's just to take out any doubt that the description of this unattractive personality is Christ the Messiah. Ingeta. Thank you very much, Matondo Masaka, for watching this short video.